How's it going, everybody? Back with a garage sale pickup video today. It's been a bit, 3-4 weeks maybe, since I got the PSVR stuff and the PlayStation Mini. I spent a lot of money. I've spent more money than I ever spent at a garage sale in one shot today. This is the third year in a row with this same garage sale that I've gotten a good hit. It's the one where I got the Game Boy Advance stuff. The Game Boy Advance in 21. In 22, I had gotten the No Mercy and the boxes and manuals for Ogre Battle, Paper Mario, a couple other manuals. This year, those were cheaper. I think I paid $30 for the GBA stuff and $10 for the other stuff last year. Let me tell you right now, this stuff cost me $80. The person wanted $100, and I'm like, well, you take $80. And then I was like, well, I'll cut, it's 16 games. I'm like, I'll take some stuff out here, get a cheaper price. And he's like, I'm like, would you take 80? He says 100. I'm like, would you take 80? And he's like, I gotta get my guy over here. I'm like, well, how about I take some stuff out and I just, you give me this 10 games for a cheaper price. And he's like, oh, no, that's 80's fine. Now, I was also just in shock with what I got. It's not the end-all be-all. The stuff I got compared to the 80 is probably worth about $250, maybe a little higher if I pushed high in price. I'm not selling all this stuff, though. But in terms of value, not what I'd want to pay. It was $5 a game, so in reality, it's not awful in terms of garage sale prices, and most of these games are worth more than $5. So I really can't complain. It's just when you go to a garage sale, you don't want to spend a shit ton. But I was like, I haven't gotten anything in a while. You don't see some of this stuff. A lot of these games I have not seen at garage sales. So it's like, I'm doing it. 80 is still a good price, but it just seems like it's a lot because you're going to garage sales. You're not just typically going to spend $80, right? Usually $80 will get you like 40 games, but anyway. So I got 8 original Xbox games and 8 NES games, Nintendo games. I'll show the NES games first. They came in this thing. This was a property of Tina, apparently. I obviously have this for the video, kind of conceal these games at least. The other ones will show up in the thumbnail, but this will be thrown out. It's rusted. It's gross. Now, I tested all these games and they all work. One was giving me trouble, so I'm going to have to clean that one a little more and hopefully get it to work. Because it's one of the games I want to play because I used to like this game a lot when I was a kid. But I'll go back. It was kind of like Baseball Simulator. It's stubborn and then eventually get it to work. But got 8 games in here. 4 of the games have their manuals, which is nice. There's actually a Toys R Us receipt in here from 2 days before my birthday. May 29th, 1990, they had bought a game for $45. It just says merchandise. And then they bought something else for 89 cents. Oh, and I'll tell you about the Xbox games as well. Those all have copies of receipts in them. It's interesting. First game here with manual is Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. This works. I played Mario for a little bit. All of them work. I tested all of them, except the one that I need to continue to work on. I'm going to scrub it down a little more, fiddle with it. Hopefully it works. Duck Hunt is not going to work on HD TVs. It will go on, but you can't use a light gun on HD TV. The old NES Zapper, at least. I'm going to keep this, though, because we have Mario 2 and 3, so nice to have the original. And there's the manual for it. Next game is the game that was giving me trouble, and I really want to play this because I loved this game when I was younger. It is a Super Dodgeball. I do have the other one for the Super Famicom that I bought. They didn't release that one here. Also has its manual. And all these have slip covers except that one, Mario Duck Hunt. And It's in great shape. Most of these cards are in really good shape, except one. It actually says do not store an extreme temperature on the top. I'm hoping I can get this one to work. This one has a little bit of value too, with the manual and stuff. I could probably get $20, $25 for it. But I want to keep this one, so I hope it works. And if it doesn't work, I'm stuck with it. Cool game though. I used to play the shit out of this when I was a kid. It's a dodgeball game. You can play from different countries, and there's tournaments. And then when you like smack the guy enough, they like actually die, and their like spirit goes up to heaven. It's kind of funny. It's a really cool game though. This is the one that has damage to it, but it is baseball, and you can see there it's got like a cigarette burn or some shit. Like something must have been sitting on that for a little bit. And it's got some grime on it, but that's easy enough to clean. This is not an expensive game. This is probably like a $5, $6 game. Now in reality, I probably could have cherry picked a little better. There were other Xbox games I didn't grab. I wanted to grab Oddworld, Bunch's Odyssey, but I didn't. There was like Megasoul 2, Halo, a soccer game. There was a bunch of demo discs too, and a bunch of strategy guides, but I had $82 on me. I literally spent 80. And garage sales picked up. There were signs everywhere. There was 3 I knew of, and I just went to the one because I had no more money. I mean, I have money here, but I'm not going back. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. But there was like another 4 or 5 I saw on polls. I was like, son of a bitch. But hopefully moving forward through the rest of the fall, well, this isn't technically fall yet, but rest of the summer here and early into fall, I can get to more sales. But baseball, I played it. It's Nintendo's first baseball game on their system. You don't control the fielders in this game. They'll get to the ball if they can, and then you can throw it to whatever base. This one also has a manual. That is a WWF WrestleMania. So you got Hogan on the cover there. Made by Old Acclaim. They're not around anymore. They haven't been around in a while. Their headquarters was in, I think, Glen Cove on Long Island. Also has the manual. Never played this when I was a kid. The first time I played it was when I tested it earlier. It's actually kind of fun. But I use Macho Man against Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, but all the wrestlers are Ted DiBiase, Bam Bam Bigelow, Honky Tonk Man, Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, and Hogan. It tells you how to do the moves. And it gives you has their actual better things here. I was hoping all the manuals were in there, but it's cool to have any of them, and to have 7 of the slip covers is also nice. Here we got a classic basketball game, Double Dribble. I played a little bit of this. Once again, these cards are in nice shape. I'm gonna hold on to this one. This doesn't have much value. I mean, it's like $9-10, but this one won't be sold because I already own it, and it does have its manual. Mario 3. I gotta scrub this one down a little bit. It's got some spots on the back, but otherwise it's in good shape. Obviously a classic. Like, I saw 3 of these games and I was, screw it. I went there and I was there early and people were already there. I was there like 10 minutes early before 9. And they were already completely set up. And there was already like 8 or 9 people walking around this place. But they actually had an NES system in there, but I was like, nope. They can be very big pain in the ass to work. Chances of it fully working without having to open it up and fuck with it is slim. I think there was a 360 there too. Mario 3 with manual. I will be selling this. My fiance wants to play this one. This game was kind of cool. Not as good as the arcade game. Or Turtles in Time. I've never played the Manhattan Project. But it's the first Ninja Turtles game. Once again, in really good shape. It's weird that they all have red. They're all Raphael. He was the one that had the red colors, right? Leonardo was blue, Donatello's purple, and was Michelangelo orange? This game's kind of fun side-scroller, and you can run around the game world to go to different sewers. Then sometimes you're in the turtle van or whatever it's called. But they have those damn missions where you gotta like go underwater and you're on a timer and you gotta like defuse the bombs or whatever. That's a pain in the ass. I used to have this when I was a kid. I never completed it. And the final one, which would be considered the heavy hitter, it's not like overly valuable. It's not like Little Samson or Bonk's Adventure, you know, or DuckTales 2 was in here. But it's another classic game, Contra. I was playing a little bit of this actually before. It's like I tested it and then I'm like, I'll play it for a little bit. Classic Contra. It's an awesome game. What is it? Up, down, down, left, right. It's either BA start if you're using one player or BA select start if you're using two. And you can steal lives from the other player as well. And get power-ups and stuff. This game is like a $35 or $40 game. And it's in great shape. I probably will hold on to this one for now though, because it's just a classic fucking game, honestly. And I will throw that thing out because it's just disgusting. It was too bad there wasn't 10 games in there. But like I said, I went there. I was grabbing the Xbox games I wanted. And then I just picked up the whole thing of NES games. I'm like, I got this stuff. No one else has gotten here first, thankfully. Let's see how much it is. Like I said, unfortunately, $80 just seems like a bad price. But like I said, this stuff is worth anywhere between like $220 and probably $300, depending on what you can sell it for. And if I sold everything, but at $5 a game, exactly $5 a game, all these games are actually worth it, except maybe one, maybe baseball or one of the Xbox games that I bought specifically just to keep. But anyway, let me get to those. The first one I'll be selling because I have it and I bought it not that long ago. You saw the Pickett video and you saw another video, but it's Knights of the Old Republic. All of these discs, I have not tested these yet, but all these discs are flawless. Some of the cases are a little dirty, so I'm going to just kind of wipe them down. I don't know where they were sitting. They're collecting kind of crud. But all of them have the manuals, even like the other little things. This one literally has like a photocopied copy of the receipt. They paid $50 for this. Oh, and they must have bought the strategy guide. And that was weird. This was weird to me because this was in Plainview, New York. It's in Nassau County, town of Oyster Bay, I think. But this was back in 2003. And it's saying the tax was 8.75%. The tax now is 8.625. And I'm pretty sure it's 8.625 in Nassau now. So I don't know if the town of Oyster Bay had higher taxes, but I lived in the town of Oyster Bay when I was in Massapequa, so I don't know. It's weird, unless they actually dropped the price. Like I said, these games are all, like, other than like some grime on the case that it can be just wiped off, these are in great shape, and they all have their receipts in them. So I was like, alright, this person took care of their games. I do keep receipts when I go to retro game stores, just to see if these games have gained value and how much I actually paid for it. But yeah, a classic game. Obviously, I talked about it already in the top 5 Xbox vid. This is the one I got to keep. This is like a $6 or $7 game now. I had it when it came out. It was very hyped and did not technically live up to the hype, but I really enjoyed it. It's Brute Force. It's a 4-player game if you can get 4 players. But you can obviously play 4 people. It's just the other 3 controlled by AI. How much did they pay for this? Wow. They had gotten this. That's really weird because this came out 02 or was it 03? This was 03. $50. Another one of the games is on here. Same thing, 8.75. They were going nuts in 03, whoever this person was. This is a cool game where the AI was actually really good in this game. They were comparing it. They were trying to compare this to like a Halo, even though it's a third-person shooter. I'm pretty sure it's in third person. But it was cool. I really enjoyed it. It was a cool exclusive. But I think it scored in like the 7s and 8s. It was not. It was extremely hyped up. I remember when this came out. But it was a solid game. And I wanted it for my collection. Like I said, $5 a game. I'm not getting the game for $5 on eBay. And I'm not getting it for $5 in a game store. Maybe in a game store you could, but complete and in the shape it's in, probably not. This game I grabbed because I knew nothing about it. It sells for like $15. Dr. Muto. This one's a little grimy. Once again, it has the manual and the receipt. This is a $20 game. Like I said, I didn't look at this disc. I looked at like 5 of the discs. I mean, these discs are in excellent condition. This is a midway game. If anyone's played this, let me know. And don't forget to leave a like on this if you like the Garage Sale, because I know a lot of you do. And comment if you played any of these games I haven't played. I'll mention them. This one I've never played. And there's 2 others here I haven't played. But Dr. Muto. At first I thought this was a exclusive, but it was not. It's got the making of Dr. Muto and the art of Dr. Muto, special features. This is another one I bought to have because I know it's like a gladiator type game. It's just chariot races though. I want to say this was a launch title too. Circus Maximus Chariot Wars. I'm pretty sure this was a launch game. Launched. It says 2001, so if it didn't come out at launch, it came out in the 3 months or the 2 months after. This might have come out in October or November of 01. The Xbox. Oh, they must have bought this at Hollywood Video for $20. Hollywood Video is no longer around, obviously. I used to go to the one in Massapequa a lot and buy games because they had it. It was Game Crazy. It was a Game Crazy and Hollywood Video. I got some good stuff there for cheap. If anyone's played this one as well, let me know how it is. Once again, these discs are nice. It's literally just a chariot racing game. It seemed cool. I haven't seen cool back in the day. I just never got it. Looks like you can use this Minotaur. But yeah, if anyone's played this, let me know. Okay. So we got the heavier hitters here. Once again, not overly expensive. We're talking maybe like $25 to $40. But games I don't typically see. I mean, in reality, Brute Force and Knights of the Old Republic, I've seen at garage sales. I've gotten Knights of the Old Republic garage sales. I've never seen Circus Maximus or Dr. Muto. Not that they're rare games, but I've seen Mario 3 because I've gotten it. I've gotten Contra at a garage sale before. Most of those games are not. But the thing is, you see Nintendo games as the years go by, the older retro stuff, you're not seeing more of. I feel like you're going to see more of Xbox, Nintendo 64, maybe original PlayStation. You're going to really see a big bump up in that. But the NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, it's going to be harder and harder to come across that shit. TurboGrafx I've never come across, but Sega CD, all that crap, the older stuff. Even though it wasn't far behind the N64 and the PlayStation, It's just I feel like people are clearing out that stuff now. But really, the Xbox, PS2, and GameCube, you're gonna see a ton of. Dreamcast, you could as well, but didn't sell a lot. Anyway, this game's getting sold, but I knew it had some kind of value, and it is a Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. So I guess this is just characters from the Dead or Alive fighting games. Oh, look at this. Featuring Dennis Rodman as the voice of Zack, and music by Bob Marley, Christina Aguilera, and Real Big Fish, and more. This is a sports fantasy simulation, apparently. Once again, though, it's got its manual, it's got whatever, the card, the registration card. This is exactly what it is. It's a volleyball game. Oh, this one you could use custom soundtracks in. Nice. What's the one there? Is that Christy? Right there. I don't really know their names. I just know the one. I remember seeing the one movie. But this is a exclusive, and it's a little valuable. Like I said, I could probably sell this for $30-35. This is why I paid the $80, and I wasn't gonna try to go even lower, because I know if I sold all these things, I would be making money. I'm gonna keep some, obviously, and once again, keeping games at $5 is cheap, so I get my $80 back, and I still have 10 games, 11 games. That's what I need to do. It's just I don't like spending that much, but it was worth it. Dead or Alive. If anyone's played that, let me know if it's actually like legitimately a good volleyball game. I played a little bit of this back in the day, but not a lot. It is beyond good and evil. I think you take pictures right in this one camera. Is her name Jade? Doesn't say. It's like a fighting game, and I was taking pictures and stuff, and they trying to maybe uncover a conspiracy. This was $40. 12/17/03, so this is later in the thing. There was a point where this game had this sells for like $15 now, maybe $20 max. But this game had, I feel like people were begging for this to get remade for a while, and I want to say they released it, but they didn't remake it. I can't remember, but this game had more value probably 10 years ago. No custom soundtracks. If anyone's actually played this completion, let me know how it is, because like I said, I only probably played it for like 15-20 minutes. I don't know if I had bought it. Bought it is not a word. Bought it. Like, I don't know, like a buy two, get one free or something, or it was just like cheap used. Or I just got it at a garage sale, I can't remember. I want to say her name's Jade, though. Let's see if I can get her name. And up, yep, there you go. It says it right there. I remembered that. Once again, these Xbox games here, like, you're not coming across these kind of games a lot of G sales. It's a lot of Halo, Crimson Skies, you know. I mean, one year I came across this, like Red Dead Revolver, Thief Deadly Shadows. I think Gun was there. I grabbed. This is like 2012 or something. I forget the other games. This game, I loved this game when I was younger. I'm probably gonna have to keep this and play it again because it was awesome. Metal Arms glitch in the system. You use him glitch, he's the robot you use, and it's just you're blowing up all the robots. There's just robot parts going flying. You get different weapons, I'm pretty sure, at points. Yeah, you can use vehicles. You can hijack other robots and see some of the weapons down there. This game was just super fun. Never made another one, I don't believe. It might have came out on the GBA as well, but I'm not sure. But it was awesome. I paid $40 for this at the end of I just remember having a ton of fun in this game. This is another game that's like $25, $30. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, if this is 25, just say Dead or Alive 25. There's already 50. Say Dr. Muto's 15 and Beyond Good and Evil 15. There's your $80, and that's me going a little low on 2 of them. There's 80, and there's still another 12 games. But yeah, awesome game. Check this out if you haven't, because it's just super fun. And the last game, I think this was the second one I grabbed. I think Beyond Good and Evil was on the top, and I grabbed that one first. But I had this back when I first had my Xbox. I did not beat it. I played a good amount of it. I got stuck in a part. I think I was fighting a bunch of ships, sky ships, and I just kept dying and eventually sold it. But I'm keeping this one for now and playing it. But it's a Panzer Dragoon Orta. I think this is the third or the second in this one, right? There was Panzer Dragoon. And wasn't there Saga as well? One was on the Saturn, I want to say. Maybe they were both on the Saturn, or Saturn and Dreamcast. I'm not familiar really with the series. I know one was on the Saturn, though. This once again has all of its crap. Another great disc. Like, I'm super impressed. Whoever owned these took very good care of their games. But this game's a cool flying. You fly on these. Are they Dragoons? Like I said, I don't know. I guess they're Dragoons. But you're shooting your thing around. You're flying. You got other ones flying at you, and there's ships and stuff, and other enemies. It was just really cool. And Sega was all. That's why people call the Xbox, the original Xbox, like the spiritual successor to the Dreamcast, because Sega made a ton of exclusives just for the Xbox. This, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, I think Dead or Alive 3 was exclusive. Ninja Gaiden was exclusive during that era, and then they put it out on the PS3, a modified version of it. Shenmue 2 was exclusive. That was like a redo. It was on the Dreamcast, and there was a Jet Set Radio Future, Jet Grind Radio, I don't know. That one of those was on there as well. That was an exclusive. That might have been a launch game. I want to say they did Midnight Madness 3, and they did a lot, Sega. They were like, all right, Xbox, we're pumping out your games. Our games on here. It felt like another Dreamcast to a lot of people. But I remember enjoying the shit out of this, and this is another $25, $30 game. Maybe $35, depending on it. You know, if you get lucky, you probably get it for as low as about $25 on eBay. I'm not counting retro stores. You could find it for more than that or less, depending. But I remember enjoying this. Like I said, you don't come across this, and not even like this is an overly expensive game. It's just you don't come across these type of games at garage sales a lot. You know, I mean, if I knew I was gonna find KOTOR at a garage sale, I wouldn't have bought it on eBay. Even though I only paid like $10, I got a really good price on that. But this is an awesome game. Like this and this. Doing this, like. It's too bad Morrowind wasn't there. Remember, these are exclusive. Like I said, $80 is a lot. But these games, I will make my money back if I sell this, which is an exclusive. I thought this was an exclusive. Brute Forces. I guess it's just answered. You know, if I sold KOTOR, Mario 3, you know, Dead or Alive, you know, Contra and something, like 4 or 5 games, I can get my $80 back and then keep the ones I want, or sell them, or sit on them for a while. It's not about the money right now. Like 10 years ago, in a garage sale, spending $80, I probably wouldn't have had $80 on me. Would have been rough. And that's what cost me back in the day. You know, I just didn't have enough money to throw on these games. Now I do. If I just want to go to the bank, I'll go to the bank and take out some money for the week. But anyway, that's a garage, Gumtree Garage. I'll pick up. Good haul, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know about some of those games I haven't played. Thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.